Ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard about this lawsuit that Michael Oher is suing these folks that he thought adopted him. So apparently, they had to lie to him in order for him to believe that he was adopted. If you are familiar with this, then you know about the movie The Blind Side. They never adopted him, they did conservatorship, and they literally stole all of the money made from the movie. I was looking at some articles online and they said it was $300 million they took. And the movie was about Michael, it was about him. And they didn't give him one dime, but they're now acting like they're all deeply hurt and sad about this lawsuit. No, they're not. And first of all, in order for them to do what they did, they never cared about him in the first place. They saw a big cash cow. That's why they clung to him. And in order for him to be adopted, he had to be underage when they lied and said they adopted him, right? So he was not of age. You don't adopt a grown man. So they never really truly cared. And brother, if you happen to win this lawsuit, you need to permanently cut these colonizers off. Don't let them back into your life for any reason. Keep them away. So let's get into this story. The Blind Side family responds to Michael Oher bombshell lawsuit against them. Good for him. He's more entitled to that money than they ever will be. That entire movie was about his life. So the family featured in the Hollywood blockbuster The Blind Side fired back Monday at the ex NFL Michael Oher claims they swindled him, calling the allegations insulting and hurtful. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care what they call it. Okay. From what I'm reading, they stole this money and they raked it in, and they knew what they were doing. They knew it was wrong, but they did it anyway, like a typical colonizer. So Ower, 37, filed a lawsuit at Shelby County, Tennessee court Monday, saying he only recently learned that he wasn't officially adopted by Sean and Leanne Tuohy. So, ladies and gentlemen, they duped him. What they did was they had him sign a conservatorship document allowing them to steal all of his money and royalty fees. And that's what they did from the movie. $300 million they got in their pocket and lied to him, making him believe he was adopted. Scoundrels, boy, for real. So they're saying that they are devastated. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. If they are devastated, y'all, they're devastated at the possibility of getting all their wealth taken away. Wealth they should never have had in the first place. That wealth belongs to him. So now, Sean, the husband, claims that the conservatorship was drawn up to ensure that the Oher was eligible to play football at the University of Mississippi. Mhm. So $300 million was to ensure that he could play football. If this man don't get the hell up on out of here. So he bolstered at the high school, and if Ower wasn't part of the family, there could have been a potential NCAA issue sending him there. Again, that doesn't justify taking $300 million and not giving him one dime of it. And that movie was about him. So I sat Michael down and told him, if you're planning to go to Ole Miss or even consider Ole Miss, we think you have to be part of the family. This would do that legally. We contacted lawyers who had told us that we couldn't adopt over, he was over the age of 18. They could only do a conservatorship. So that's what they did. But here's the problem, they didn't explain that to him. He thought, to this very day, he thought he was adopted. So obviously, they did not explain that to him. So, Sean is dismissing the idea that the family profited handsomely from the movie, but they did. They did. They did. They saw him and saw dollar signs. We didn't make any money off the movie, Tuohy said. Well, Michael Lewis, the author on the book, said he gave us half of his share. Everybody in the family got an equal share, including Michael. It was about $14,000 each. Why would everybody in the family get a share? And that motion picture was squarely about him. They did that everybody crap. Oh, well, him, everybody. Everybody. Now, do you see why we need to get away for real? So, Towie sold his conglomerate of fast food franchises for $200 million and took affront the idea that he would want to profit off of Oher. I will say it's upsetting that people would think that I want to make money off of any of my children, he said. But you did. But you did. Stop trying to act like this is shocking and you already did it. You already made a profit off of him. What is the point in signing a conservatorship and you're not going to make a dime? You saw the money there. Him as an 18-year-old, he might not have been thinking like that at the time, not at 18, but these adults, they sure knew what it was. Mm. So he said the family had remained close with Ower throughout much of his NFL career, but noticed distance building about a year and a half ago. No question, the allegations are insulting. Tuohy said of the lawsuit. But look, it's crazy. It's a crazy world. You've got to live in it. It's obviously upsetting everybody. Mm-mm-mm. So he did an interview, Sean Tuohy did an interview, and he told his side of the story in an interview with Barstool Radio Monday. I really don't care about the family side of it. I mean, his family. I mean, how come we're not hearing more about Michael's side? I don't care about their side. They already got the money. Okay. So Tui Jr. disputed the idea that Ower just learned about the conservatorship in February of 2023. Well, he could have. If he says he found out in February, I find that hard to believe. Well, I went through my family group texts today to see what have been said. There were things in 2020 or 2021 that said, if you guys give me this much, then I won't go public with things. So even if he said that, so and it just goes into Britney Spears, which I absolutely don't care about at all. So he said he did notice how Ower was frustrated over not getting paid out more for The Blind Side, but added that he didn't make much money from the movie. either estimating his personal he received from he received 60 to 70,000 in royalties over the years. That is way too low. That is way too low. Look, that movie was a blockbuster, y'all. It was a blockbuster. A lot of people saw that movie. Not to mention, a lot of people have seen it on cable. So he should have gotten way more than 60 to 70,000 over the years. That's really nothing in comparison to what this family got. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. So he said he has great memories of Ower, including the former football star buying him his first car, a Dodge Charger, and going to college in Baltimore to be close to Ower, who was playing for the Ravens at the time. Ower's suit claimed that he had no family status with the Tuohys in the conservatorship. The lie of Michael's adoption is once, I think that's what's getting him the most, the lie about the adoption. And to be honest with you, y'all, I really do believe they did lie to him and say he was adopted. I really do. I believe they did lie. So Michael Oher discovered this lie, and it says he said he discovered the lie in February of 2023 when he learned that the conservatorship to which he consented on the basis that doing so would make him a member of the family. In fact, provide him with no family relationship with them at all. All right, well, if he didn't have no family ties, then what they're in fear of is they're going to have to give all that money to him. You had him do conservatorship and you were not his adopted parents. He was not an official member of your family, but you took all of that money. He got a hell of a lawsuit. And I think they're afraid he's going to win. That's why they're all out here in public trying to put this story out here about their hurt and disappointment. Yeah, when they were raking in all that money, they weren't hurt and disappointed. They were gleeful with all that money. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.